Hi, it's Peg, and today I am going to talk to you about gel printing. Why gel printing? Well, because each September, at least for the last 2 years, Birgit Koopsen has been doing this challenge for gel printing. And, one of my favorite pastimes is just getting out some paints, inks, whatever, and a gel print plate. And because there's any number of them, I have, let's see, I have plates from about 3 different companies now. Yeah, because when I see them on sale, I pick them up and buy them. I like the different sizes. And what I'm working with today is a smaller plate. This is a 3 by 5 plate. And I have the prompts out on my desk. She has a list. It's a list that she put out on Instagram. So if you go check the hashtag, you can find the list. And you can find a lot of gel printing pictures because, yeah, there's a whole lot of people gel printing this month. So I decided that I would try to keep up with this and I would try to do a few videos along the way. The Instagram is just putting pictures out there. But, some of these things you may or may not have seen before. So I thought I would post some of this stuff for you. Now, I'm not following all of Birgit's prompts just the way she has them. You know, I, one of them is yarn or something like that. I probably won't be doing that. I don't know. We'll see. But I do my best to, put something up every day and give you guys some ideas about what you can do with your gel plate. So because this is a small size, it's the perfect size if you're just going to do some tags or cards or something like that. Now, what I'm doing right now is I'm putting layers on my gel plate. I wanted to create dimension, and you can use it like a surface, just like if you were putting it on paper, and then pick it all up with a layer of paint and do your pull. And that is so cool because as you layer this up, you've got plenty of opportunity to make changes or add things as you go along. And you can see I use a number of different things: bottle caps, stencils, whatever I've got around to make those marks on my plate. And then I'm going to do a thin coat, and that's the key thing, a thin coat of paint, and do my pickup. And sometimes you have to, let that paint soak in. It takes a little while for the paint to soak in, but it's cool, right? So I've got plenty of paint still left on the plate that did not pull, so I'm going to use it for my second print. And pulling that color through a stencil and picking up what was left after I pulled it through the stencil, picking up the stencil, and now I've got that design on the plate, just using my brayer to push that down on the plate, and then I'm going to pull that up into a grungy print. So if you enjoy watching this sort of thing, I have a whole playlist of gel printing. Shell and I, that's Chelsea, have done live shows on Art Joy Sharing doing gel printing, and I have speed up versions of that. I also have gel printing that is kind of non-standard stuff, where I'm using graphite and powders and all of that kind of stuff on a gel plate. But there's just so much you can do with this. I can't say I love any of my art tools any more than a gel plate, because they come in all different sizes. You can create on plastic, you can create on paper, you can create on fabric. It's just one of those things that provides hours and hours of fun and beautiful papers that you can use for collage. So if you don't have a gel plate and you're still considering it, start with a small one like this. You know, you don't have to go out and buy a real expensive plate. I do recommend a brayer. I really like this little 1.5-inch brayer. However, I have an assortment of brayers, and these are a rubber brayer, not a sponge brayer, although a sponge brayer works on these also. And, you know, you have multiple uses for brayers, so, you know, it's not just for the gel plate. But I'm just going to continue to do the daily prompt thing here. I'm moving on to some other mediums because it's not just paint. I'm using stencil with some of the shimmery, I don't even know what you call this stuff. It's a paste, and I'm going to put the paste down on there, and I will get several prints off of this because it's a thick paste, and you know, you can use that to print over something else that's already on the paper, or you can use it on its own. Just lots and lots of ideas here. So I will put a bunch of shots of prints at the very end if you're interested in that, and you've seen a lot of printing and you're not really interested in watching the prints, but you like looking at pretty pictures, you can just go towards the end and you can watch that. But I really wanted to showcase how you can layer some of these different things up, and I have done a couple of videos this month already where I've used oddball things like pigment ink, so you might want to check out those videos. I will also try to put some links to that stuff in at the very end. And if you're interested in shopping for any of these products, check out my Amazon store, because it helps out my channel. You know, if you like shopping for these things and you're going to go buy this stuff anyway, if you use my link, it gives me a few cents and helps support my channel so that I can continue to do this sort of thing. So that's about all I have to say for this. Now you're seeing me put glue on there and you're saying, what are you doing? Well, it's kind of acting as a resist. And yeah, I will put anything on a gel plate, won't I? Okay, I'm done yakking. We're going to go to finishing this out and showing pretty pictures. So thanks for stopping in, and I'll see you again next time.